Welcome back to another episode of Valhalla VW. It's finally here. Let's get the old girl back on the road. So it's finally here. It's taken a while. We've got the master cylinder. So today's job is remove the old one, get this new one installed, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll have gears back and the old girl will be back on the road. So let's get to it. So the first job is to get the old one off. I'll show you where that is if you don't already know. So just underneath the clutch pedal is the master cylinder. You can see there, 2 bolts to undo, pipe there, and there's another pipe on the back which is really difficult to get to, but I'll show you that in a moment, and hopefully we should be able to remove it. So you'll need a 13mm spanner to undo the main bolts on the front. We'll get them off now. Next thing to do is to remove this little clip, which is a nightmare. Best thing, screwdriver in the side, slight twist, and it should then come free. You will need to apply some downward pressure while you're twisting to free it up, but I'll show you now anyway. We've got that off. So that little clip was just on the end there. That holds the pin which goes through the master cylinder, and that holds that and attaches it to the clutch pedal. So now we've removed that, we can remove the pin. Okay, so we've got some light on the job now. So next stage is to remove, through here there's a pin which goes right the way through the master cylinder, so we'll remove that next. It's very, very fiddly. There we go. See, that pin is removed. So next up is to remove this. You can see it just in there. Nipple into the side. You are going to lose some clutch fluid, as you can see here. So you might want to get a cloth and bits and pieces just to absorb that. To remove that nipple on the inside, you're going to need a 12mm spanner. You are going to lose some clutch fluid and bits and pieces, so get a cloth and get it underneath there. Save any clutch fluid going all over the place. And let's get that off now. Okay, so we've removed that. I'll spin you around now to show you. As you can see, we've removed the threaded sort of bolt thing out of the side there. The nipple is now completely free of the master cylinder. There was a little bit of spillage, but you know, we've put a cloth in place, so as you can see, kept it to a minimum, but it's really tight working down here, so a little bit of spillage is okay. Remember to wash your hands afterwards, because obviously clutch and brake fluid is not good for you, and it's very corrosive as well, so wipe anything off of metal, etc, etc. So right, one more bit to do. So the last bit to remove was in the back, and there's it's like a rubber grommet. That's the rubber grommet I was on about in the back. Obviously just be careful, because obviously I don't want to break anything, but just gentle pressure and give a little bit of a twist and it should come out nice and easy. Mine did. When that does come out, there will be a lot of clutch fluid, etc, etc, so be ready to catch that. And I'll spin you around, I'll show you the old one compared to the new one, and then we can get it rebuilt. So I've gone for a Ridex. I'll just open it up and show you. So, new versus old. As you can see, a little bit of a difference. So this is obviously where the rubber bung come out. So this one comes with a new nipple for in the back there, so we'll replace that at the same time. Makes sense why we got it apart. Okay, let's get it back together. Now mine didn't come with the gaiter on the top, so I've managed to take the old one off and refit it on there. So something to bear in mind if you do order a Ridex part, remember you may need to order either another gaiter for the top, or you may have to try and reuse the old one. So luckily mine was in good condition, as you can see, so shouldn't be any problems. So we've got the nipple back in, one round the back is in as well, which you can't see. Now we're going to put the pin back through. So the pin is now pushed back through. We just need to refit the clip. There's a little groove, you can just see it on the side of the pin. That just needs to line up on the clip, and then it should clip in place, and that will hold everything where it should be. The clip is now back in place. Now what remains is to attach the two bolts back in there to attach the master cylinder to the bracket, and then we can get to bleeding. So there we have it. It's all back in place. We just need to bleed it now, and then we should have our gears back and the old girl should be back on the road. So I'll just show you down in the footwell, because it's a bit cramped, so it's hard to sort of video and show you what we were doing as we went along. But if you have any questions, just drop them in the comments and I'll try and give you a hand. But I'll just show you the finished article now, and then we'll get to bleeding the system. So as you can see, everything is back in, everything's tightened, pins back through there. There's our recycled gaiter, just to keep any dust and rubbish out of there. And there we go, job completed. So we got it all bled. I bled it manually first, and then I had someone come around and pressure bleed it, and it didn't work. And the master cylinder needed replacing anyway, so that's not a problem. But we're going to move on next video to the slave cylinder and see whether that improves the situation. Failing that, it's going to be a whole new clutch. So I hope this video was useful. Obviously, you know, we didn't fix the problem, but you know, we've eliminated one of the possible causes. And next video will be the slave cylinder, and then fingers crossed we don't have to tackle a full clutch, but you know, if we do, we do. So thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, obviously give us a like and a subscribe. Drop us a comment if you've got any questions, and we'll try, you know, our best to answer them. And we'll see you on the next one.